So I'm finally back after not uploading for 2 weeks. I wasn't busy or anything, just not shit was happening in the internet drama world. But I was made aware of a TikToker situation by Oompaville. His video is probably going to be way better than mine, so shout out to him. Not that he needs a shout out from me, but this video will probably be longer than usual because this is a pretty bumpy road. So I hope you have your seatbelt on. Ever since I downloaded TikTok, I've seen this dude dancing in the Knight helmet, or better known as the Swagger Souls helmet. Tall Knight started on TikTok making actual good content. Well, maybe good isn't the word, heartwarming content. He made videos on men's mental health, or just mental health in general, which is always good to bring awareness to. He even connected with fans struggling with mental health issues to help them out. Things were going well until he got kicked out of his home and he became homeless. This is where the downfall starts.
Please don't scroll. I need help. I just got kicked out. Uh, I'm homeless now.
It's pretty weird how he got kicked out. He said the reason he got kicked out is because he just simply brought a girl over. With now being homeless with no money, Tall Knight resorts to asking his fans for money, and he actually wound up raising over $15,000. Promoting positivity and helping his fans out really seemed to pay off. Things were going pretty well. He had a place to stay and he was getting back up on his feet. Until his landlord released a TikTok video. His landlord, which supposedly is his brother-in-law, said the reason that he got kicked out is because he flew in a girl from out of state before asking him. To clarify, Tall Knight was living with his sister and her husband and kids.
So I had let Elijah live with me since he turned 18, with me and my wife and my children. The understanding was that he was to be a normal house guest, operate under the understanding that this is my house. He lives here as a guest, does pay rent, not a lot, but he was to live here because we took him in. Now, the incident in question happened because he decided that it was in his prerogative to fly up a girl from out of state to stay in my house with my children and me and my wife without asking first.
The story starts to get a little weird when the landlord said that Tall Knight acted unchristian-like and intimate toward his kids. Now for the scam allegations. It seems every downfall in internet history has a scam chapter to it. Tall Knight's landlord claimed that he faked his homelessness and that he had until March to move out. Of course, Tall Knight came out about this and posted on TikTok that the entire story is on his Discord, which just seems like a promotion to me. He says the girl that he flew in was his long-distance girlfriend. This story is about to get fucking crazy, so I hope you still have that seatbelt on. He mentions the night before he brought the girl over, he was in a Discord call with her when his sister walked in because she needed him to walk her and her kids somewhere, because his sister is not allowed near minors by herself. Apparently, she's not allowed near children because she put one in a fucking coma. If you don't believe him, he posted the article with it. From what I know, she wrapped it tightly in a blanket to the point where it couldn't breathe. But the baby turned out to be okay. He then goes on to say that his sister knew the entire time that this girl was going to come over. But when she walked in on them cuddling, she freaked out and started interrogating his girlfriend, apparently asking who she voted for. Her asking this question makes absolutely no sense until you learn Tall Knight's sister's background. Apparently, she cut off all contact with her other two siblings because one of them voted for Biden and the other one was gay. Where does this guy live? Because this is some Mississippi shit. To combat the allegations of being intimate toward the children, he says that his brother-in-law and his sister always talk about mommy and daddy's special game to their kids. He also said his brother-in-law just left his dildos laying in the sink and out in the open. I really need to stop going down TikTok rabbit holes because this shit is just too much. Then Tall Knight finally breaks down the moment he got kicked out. He was having some fun time with his girlfriend when his sister barged in and then kicked him out. Do I think that he scammed his audience? Absolutely not. I genuinely think that this person needed help. But don't start picking sides because we are far from over. Tall Knight went from posting positive mental health awareness TikToks to purposely misgendering a musical artist simply because he didn't like the person's music. He does apologize, but it's a very shitty apology. He doesn't really say sorry, but he does say his reasoning is for his Christian faith, which doesn't justify it at all. One of the biggest parts of Christianity is not judging people. His fans brought it to his attention that they were not accepting his apology and seemed to talk a little bit of sense into him because he released a better apology video. For the next chapter of this downfall, Tall Knight doxed a fellow TikToker that supported CP and zoophilia. Apparently, he was hitting on Tall Knight's ex-girlfriend when she was a minor, and this really upset him. Obviously, this is so wrong and a very fucked up thought, but Tall Knight had the completely wrong approach about this. He weaponized his audience and told them to flood his page with negative things. He went on to leak their address and actually went to this pedo's house. Obviously, the police were called and Tall Knight was detained, but he was released. After this incident, Tall Knight's TikTok just randomly got banned. Turns out it is because of grooming allegations. He was supposed to destroy them, not join them. Imagine me saying that, but in like Obi-Wan's voice. Tall Knight started a Patreon treating it like an OnlyFans, posting nudes and such. If you're struggling to see the problem here, Patreon doesn't verify your age, so any minor of any age was able to view his content. He promoted this as a workout routine on his TikTok, but when you clicked on it, it just brought you to his dick and balls. Tall Knight says this is a complete lie, that there's nothing on that Patreon.
To put it simply, there is no NSFW content on my Patreon.
He starts off by saying nothing was ever on there, and then saying that something was on there for a short period of time. Tall Knight doesn't understand why he's under all this fire. He thinks it's because he called a girl cute before he learned she was 16. He's 19, by the way. I know you're sitting there in your chair saying, this isn't grooming, I'm getting to that. The grooming allegations started when his critics brought attention to the fact that he responds weirdly to minors in his comments. One comment said, I want to see it grow. And he responded to this comment by making a video with the comment overlaid on the video, which is something that you can do on TikTok. The video was a thirst trap, which really put the nail in the coffin because this girl was 15. Another example of him interacting with a minor is when he announced that he was going to be releasing adult content. He responded to a comment of a girl that seemed to be excited that he was doing this. Hyped even. The girl that commented was 13 years old.
This video is about him planning to make an OF, where this commenter says, "Oh," with blushing emojis. And he likes the comment and responds to it. And this is a 13-year-old girl.
Tall Knight says that his next course of action will depend on Critical's response, assuming that he's going to make a video on the situation. As of right now, Critical has not made a video, but I do think he's mentioned something about it on stream. I know Tall Knight probably isn't watching this, nor probably cares for my input, but here's my advice. You have already been made aware of what you're doing wrong by your fans. They don't want adult content. They don't want you to be problematic. They want that positive vibes, Tall Knight, that they saw in the beginning of your career. So go back to what made you famous. Positive mental health videos. Go back to helping out others that are struggling with depression. But holy fuck, that was a lot. My mind is more fried than it has ever been off of any weed. I warned you to keep that damn seatbelt on because this story had so many turns. That pretty much sums it up though, so I'll see y'all in the next one.